Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome to another edition of Maccabeestv. It's your brother, Priest Danyaahla. And today, we're doing something a little bit different than we've normally done. We have to be very diverse with the topics, and of course, always forget to mute the main video. Always forget to mute it. My bad. So today, we're doing something a little bit different. We always have to try to touch on as many topics as affect our people as possible. Everything from current events, prophecy, history, archaeology, anthropology, linguistics, and also health. Health is extremely important in our community, and it's something that our people are not focusing on very much at all. We have a group on Facebook called Healthy Hebrews. A lot of y'all know that. Some of you guys don't know that. All right. The group was founded, I would say, about 2 years ago. The Most High put it on my spirit to do a group like that. And one of the reasons why I created the group was because you hear this stereotype that was going around in the conscious community that all Israelites are fat with pot bellies and they don't take care of their health. That's what you heard. So I wanted to show that we do have knowledge of health and wellness as well. So I founded the group and I brought my wife on, who's sitting here, Sister Malika, as an administrator in the group. But because I didn't really have much time, I didn't nurture the group the way that I was supposed to. Like, I really wasn't keeping up with the group. So she volunteered to take on the task of keeping up with the group. And in the meantime, she became close with Master Herbalist Patrick Delves, and he began to teach her and instruct her on health and wellness as well. So what was happening was, over the years, everybody was, and I shouldn't even say was, and is flooding her inbox with health issues. Everybody. I'm talking about Kemetic, Moorish, Christian, atheists. They come in a group because they know that we have an affiliation with Dr., or I should say Master Herbalist Patrick Delves. They're coming in a group, and I'm not really in there like that because I have a lot of other stuff going on. So she pretty much took over the group. So her inbox is flooded with everybody, male and female. And see, when you're not well, when you're sick and you're not well, even if you're a brother that's dealing with an issue that's, common to men, like a male issue, when you're sick, you really don't care who you go to. You just want the cure. You just want the cure. So today we're dealing with.
Should I add? I've had people from China, India, that the other nation reach out to me from overseas.
So today we're dealing with prostate issues. Prostate issues is a silent killer in our community, and a lot of brothers are suffering from this, as I'll come to find out, and aren't saying anything. All right. So what's happening is that you have brothers now that are coming into the group, and they're pretty much hitting her up and asking her for remedies for different prostate issues that we're experiencing as a community. Like, you don't have to go to the doctor and have surgery, man, to fix your prostate issues, because what that does when you go to the doctor is, when you have a prostate issue, the side effects of that, in addition to the medicine, which is absolutely toxic and poisonous, but in addition to that, a lot of times the side effect of having surgery for any type of prostate issue is impotence. You no longer can now function as a man with your wife. It's pretty sad. There are other ways to treat prostate issues. So, like I said, the Most High blessed her where she's pretty much the herbalist of the family. Like, she took that thing over. She's been working side by side closely with Patrick Delves. So this is an issue that I wanted to touch on. And this issue affects everybody. It's a male issue. But if you're a wife that has a husband, this affects you. If you have a brother, an uncle, a father, even a son, because there are young men that are in their 20s and 30s that are coming to the group saying that they're suffering from prostate issues. And I'll just say this last thing, and I'm going to turn it over and let her do what she needs to do. When people ask, what are we doing for the community? Like, what I'm saying? People say, all you guys do is stand on the corner and curse the Esau out. No, we don't. We have almost 4,000 people in our Healthy Hebrews group. You should see the messages. You should see the inboxes. You should see, what I'm saying, just on the timeline itself, you should see how many people are coming to us with the health issues. And we're helping them to the best of our ability through the power of the Most High and His Son Christ, and with the help of Master Herbalist Patrick Dells, because he's not here. So him not being here, some of his patients that see him come to us. You see? So we're doing a lot in our community that you don't see. It's not everything that you see is not always going to be in the forefront where you can see it, but a lot of people are being helped. She's helping a lot of people. Within our camp, right? Everybody within our camp, they don't come to me for herbs. When they have a problem, they run right to her. You know, and the scriptures speak about the women being like mother figures in the nation, man. That's what a woman is for, nurturing, and a mother figure. That's what they do. You know, so all praise to the Most High for that. So with that, I'm going to turn over the live stream to her so she can go ahead and talk about this issue. And brothers and sisters, please do me a favor, man. If you're in the chat right now, please hit the like button. Also, make sure you hit the share button, you know, and share it on social media. This is an issue that we need to talk about. My last video was also not bells and whistles. I was talking about life insurance and power of attorney. So these are things that Israel needs to talk about. If I get up on here and start talking about Kemet, y'all all coming through. Y'all are all coming through to hear me curse out Kemet. Y'all want to see me curse out Garfield and this one and that one. But we're talking about issues that really affect us, you know, and it's not the same response, Israel, until something goes wrong with you. Right. When you get sick, then you're coming. It's not supposed to be like that. So with that being said, I'm going to pass over the live stream to Malika.
Hi, how y'all doing? So this topic is something that affects Black men. The reason I want to do this is because it's not only because it affects our brothers, okay? I love my brothers and we need y'all, okay? But one of the main reasons I'm doing this is because it really hits home for me, really hits home for me. You know, it's affecting a family member, all right? And so that's why I really wanted to do this. I've had young men in their 30s, in their mid-30s, who have told me that they're suffering from prostate issues. I don't think a lot of our brothers understand how serious this issue is. I'm going to wait until we have more people in the room. I'll give you guys maybe 2 more minutes. But I just want to say this, right? For you sisters who have boy child, who have a male child at home, because a lot of women don't teach their sons about health. Like, you know, they have fun grooming their daughters, you know, making them pretty and so on and so forth. But when it comes to boy child and their mothers, the health part of it is not important. I don't see a lot of mothers taking care of their boys' health. You know, really, women don't know how to teach a boy child how to be a man. You need it. This is why we need men in the home. This is why we need men in the home. And that's why we need your brothers to stay alive and stay in the home. Okay? Because now, why am I doing this live stream? I'm going to explain to you guys why. Prostate issues, prostate enlargement and prostate cancer affect so-called Black men the most. The studies have been done, and there's a reason for it, and I'm going to get into the reason in a minute. There's a reason for it. Black men, of all the other men in the world, of all the other nation, Black men suffers the most in this country alone. Okay? There's a reason for that. Why is that? Because see, you know, some people might say, well, it's propaganda. You know, they you know, how they hate Black men, and not that's not what it is. I'm gonna break it down for you why Black men, brothers, are suffering the most of all other nations from prostate issue. One of the reasons is that most Black men don't have health insurance. Sadly, the average young Black men in their 20s and 30s do not have health insurance. Most Black men don't go to the doctor. Sadly, the only time you see a lot of Black men in the doctor, you know, seeing a doctor, is when they ended up in the emergency room. That's when you'll see Black men in the hospital, when something happened and they end up in the emergency room. Another reason is you guys don't take care of your health. You guys don't take care of your health. You know, Caucasian men, they automatically have health insurance from their parents because, you know, the money passed down from generation to generation. They have businesses. So a lot of Caucasian men automatically have health insurance and they go to the doctor. Black men don't go to the doctor, especially when it comes to the prostate, because, you know, that's a very personal thing. And, you know, brothers don't want anybody messing around down there. And that's understandable. But if you're not going to go and check your prostate, at the very least, maintain a lifestyle that is going to protect your prostate. And so today I'm going to talk to you guys about how important it is to protect your prostate, because you don't know, as my husband said earlier, when you start having prostate issues, you're going to have problems in the bedroom. And that's way more embarrassing than going to the doctor to have your prostate checked. Because that's just like what is it, like once every couple of years? You start having prostate problem, that's every day for you. You know what I mean? You can't pee. You know, you're having problems with, you know, with your male situation down there. That is way more embarrassing. So it's very important, guys, that you are addressing and learning about how to take care of your prostate, because you got a young wife at home or wives, that's a problem. All right. So I'm going to show you guys here. Honey, I think I'm going to need you. I'll show you guys
Which one?
this one. Yes. Okay. So as you guys already can see, the topic today is prostate problems. All right. So we have an image here on the screen of your male reproductive system. Okay. Your prostate is a part of your male reproductive system, brothers. All right. And so I'm going to show you guys where the prostate is located. Right there. Right below the bladder. That's your prostate there. Right. Okay. This here is called your seminal vesicles. All right. I'm going to explain to you guys what that is in a second. But first, I'm going to tell you guys what are some of the causes of prostate enlargement because prostate enlargement leads to prostate cancer. So one of the causes of prostate cancer is if you have young men who have had multiple sex partners, multiple STDs. All right. A lot of STDs. If you've ever had an STD and you have not treated and get rid of it, that will cause problem on your prostate. Okay. That will be a big problem for your prostate. So that's one of the causes of prostate problem. All right. Another issues that cause prostate problem is problem with the rectum. Okay. Right here. Issues with the anus right here. This is the bottom end of your colon, guys, right here, the bottom end of your colon. When you go to have a prostate examination, this is where the doctor go, because I know this image is not showing it properly, but actually your rectum is very close to your prostate. All right. Very close. This is why when you go to get your prostate check, the doctor goes here to check your prostate, because all these organs are in very close proximity, All right. So now, what is the purpose of your prostate? That's very important here. The purpose of your prostate, one of the main purpose of your prostate is your prostate is responsible for producing the fluid that make your sperm, your semen. All right. So here, the prostate produces a fluid called the prostatic fluid. All right. And what happened is that fluid goes into here, your seminal vesicle, right? And that little organ right there also creates some fluid, and then it sends that fluid all the way down here. You see this thing here? That long organ there. That's where that fluid travels and go down into your testicles, right? And then the testicle takes that fluid and that's where your sperm is produced, right? Also, very important, guys, your testicles are responsible for producing testosterone. Testosterone, where you get your manly voice and your beard and your manliness. You need your testicles. All right. And I'm going to tell you guys later on, when you start having prostate cancer, they usually remove your testicles sometimes. So that's why you don't want prostate cancer. The testicles are very important because they help to produce testosterone. All right. So here's your bladder right here. This is your bladder, right? When your prostate becomes enlarged, what happens is it begins to squeeze up against your bladder. This is why when men have prostate enlargement, they found that they're having trouble urinating, can't go to the bathroom, and then they have to end up in the emergency room, and the doctor has to do something, put something up there to help them to pee. And that's very embarrassing. That's quite, I mean, I'm not a man, but I can imagine how embarrassing it is for a man to having to go to a doctor to help him to urinate. And this is why you guys need to be on this call to understand these things. The prostate, whenever it becomes enlarged, it squeezes up against the bladder, and you're going to have problem urinating. All right. So that's a problem right there. Now, one of the other causes of prostate problems is the way, I meant to tell you guys this, is the way that you go to the bathroom. Okay. The way that you are sitting on the toilet. All right. When you go to the bathroom to do a number 2, your feet are supposed to be propped up on a stool. Very important, because what happens is when you don't we're really supposed to be squatting when we go to the bathroom. We're supposed to be squatting. All right. Our foreparents know way better. We're not doing anything our foreparents used to do. You're supposed to be squatting when you go to the bathroom. All right. Modern day toilet is what's killing people, especially our men. Modern day toilet, because what happened is when you're sitting on a toilet doing a number 2, the feces sometimes seeps into the prostate, and that's the last thing you need. You don't need feces seeping into the prostate. What's going to happen is it's going to cause an inflammation, because that's waste. It's going to cause the prostate to become inflamed, and that's going to cause the prostate to become enlarged. All right. So we don't want that. All right. So that's one cause of prostate enlargement. Now, give me a second, guys. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So, now let me just say this to you guys. The problem is, right, the doctors are not telling men what is causing prostate to become enlarged. Oh yes. So now we have this is just a little just wanted to show you guys what you guys need to use when you're going to the bathroom. We have a couple of these things in the home, in our home, that we use to go to the bathroom with. Yeah, I hope you guys are able to see that. But here's a little stool right here. And if you guys could see that, when you're sitting on the toilet, your feet are supposed to be propped up just like that. Okay, and that allows the waste to flow from the body freely and not go into other places like the prostate. All right, that's very important. So just a little, if you go to Walmart, you can find these little footstool here. That's what they're called, footstool. And you just buy one of them. I believe they cost like $6-7, and you bring them home and you put them in front of your toilet bowl. Okay, whenever you're doing a number 2, this is very important, especially for the brothers. Very important, because as I mentioned earlier, feces sometimes, when you sit on the toilet the conventional way, seep into the prostate. And when you have waste in your prostate, the prostate becomes inflamed, and it begins to get swollen, and that's how your prostate becomes enlarged as well. All right. So, all right, here we go. So, one of the issue that the doctors are not telling you guys about, right? They're not explaining why. They will explain to you why the bladder is having issue, but they're not telling you guys why you're having prostate problem. Okay, one of the main cause, I'm going to give you guys the main cause now. The main cause of prostate enlargement, which ultimately leads to prostate cancer, is this right here. This right here. The colon. The colon. When you have anything sitting here, right here, you're going to have a lot of problem, and not just prostate problem, a whole lot of other problem. Diabetes, all sort of problem. Okay. When you have anything that is clogging this up right here, this organ right here, this is your colon. This is what leads up to your colon. And this is the problem for millions and millions and millions of people. This right now, I'm talking to you brothers, and I'm telling you guys, if you are not cleaning this out on a regular basis, if you get up every day and throw 3 meals a day in your stomach, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks in between, right? And those meals consist of a lot of processed food, a lot of junk food, McDonald's, Burger King, pizza, pasta, this and that. I guarantee you've never done a flush and a cleanse in your life. You have a whole lot of stuff sitting in here, right here, okay, clogging up the walls of the colon. And that's why I see a lot of brothers walking around with huge stomach. Not just brothers, but this live stream is mostly for you brothers, so I'm talking to you guys right now. I've seen a lot of young men running around with huge stomach because they have a lot of waste sitting in the gut, a lot of waste sitting in here, and the large and small intestinal organs. You guys are not cleaning this out, and this is the main cause of prostate problem right there, very close to the prostate. All right, so now let me explain something to you guys. What happened when the prostate becomes enlarged? As I mentioned, the bladder becomes a problem, and you can't urinate, right? If you don't know how to fix it, and the doctors are not telling you how to fix it, what they do is they give you medication. They give you medication, and those medication is supposed to treat, not fix, not cure, but to treat it, right? When you take your car to the mechanic don't treat your car. They repair it, right? The doctors are supposed to be repairing your problem, not treating it. But what they do is they give you medication to treat the problem. And so this problem doesn't go away. What happened is those medication give you side effects, and the problem is still there. And eventually it turns into prostate cancer. All right. Prostate enlargement eventually turns into prostate cancer if it's not taken care of. Now, I'm going to tell you guys what happened when you come down with prostate cancer, one of the first things that the doctors are going to do when you have prostate cancer, brothers, and I just want to remind you guys, Black men suffers the most from this problem right here. Black men, okay? Let me remind you guys of that. So when you come down with prostate cancer, one of the first thing the doctors are going to do, they're going to remove it right here. They're going to remove this, right? This is your prostate. What happened when the doctors remove your prostate? You know what's going to happen? This little organ called the prostate is responsible for producing the fluid that end up making your sperm. So when you don't have the fluid that helps you to make sperm, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Your sex life is now being affected, right? When they remove this, they're also going to remove the seminal vesicles. This is also responsible for producing fluid that helps you to make sperm, right? And oftentimes, depending on how bad the cancer is, they end up removing your testicles as well. So now you're left without your prostate, your seminal vesicle, and your testicles, right? And what is the responsibility of the testicles? Produces testosterone. Yes. So now the organ that is responsible for producing testosterone is gone, right? It's gone. So what's going to happen is when you have prostate cancer and the doctor remove these things, right? Your prostate, your seminal vesicle, your testicles, right? They're going to give you a medication. And that is a medication that is going to help to balance the testosterone level, because the body is going to continue to produce testosterone, but it's going to be out of whack, completely out of whack. So what the doctors do when they prescribe that medication is a female hormone. Yes, estrogen. That's the medication they prescribe for men who have prostate cancer and have their prostate removed. They prescribe an estrogen medication to balance out the testosterone level in the men, right? Now, unfortunately, what happened with that is you have a lot of brothers who have had their prostate removed and their testicles removed, and they're on this estrogen medication, and now they begin to grow breast, because they're taking a female hormone. You see, that's why you see a lot of brothers walking around with big breasts who have had, I mean, you know, of course, some brothers might be a little overweight and that might be the problem. We don't know what's going on with that, but brothers who have had, and just men in general, who have had their prostate removed and are on these medication to balance the testosterone levels, they begin to grow breasts like a female. Okay, nobody wants that. Another side effect of when you have your prostate removed, you're also going to have problems with the bladder. Let me explain it to you guys, right? Now, you're able to have sexual intercourse with the wife, right? But the problem with that, you're not able to ejaculate. So what they call it is a dry ejaculation, right? Is where when you ejaculate, it doesn't come out of the penis. It goes back up into the bladder. Back up into the bladder. That's why it's called a dry ejaculation, right? And one of the other side effects is when they remove the prostate, if you happen to be copulating with the wife, sometimes you cannot control the urination. So you'll find that a lot of men that has their prostate removed, whenever they're having, you know, intercourse with the wife, they're also having problem. I'm trying to find a nice way to say this, guys, but some men actually urinate during sex because they're unable to control the bladder and the urination that's coming from the bladder. So that's also one of the side effects. So when my husband tells you that is going to create a sexual problem for you, he was right. It is. You start having prostate issues, you're going to start having problems with your sex life. So let me just say this, right? If you are a young man in your 20s and 30s, after the age of about 21, right? After about 21 years old, your body stopped producing sperm every day. All right. Your body will begin to produce sperm maybe somewhere around every 3 days or so. Okay. So if you're having too much intercourse with multiple different partners every day, what's going to happen is you're putting a strain on the prostate. I'm going to explain to you why. Because your prostate is responsible for producing that fluid, that seminal, prostatic fluid, right? And now it's only producing it every couple of days. So if you're having intercourse all the time, multiple times a day, multiple partners, what you're doing is you're putting a strain on the prostate. All right. And that's going to cause problem with the prostate. So brothers, you know, there's something called balance here. Balance. That's the key, right? Too much of something is sometimes no good. Okay. Too much. And with the elders, the older men, when you're not having any intercourse at all, that's also a problem for your prostate. Why? Because sexual intercourse helps the prostate to produce that seminal fluid. So you need to get it on, brothers, the elders now, the elders. So again, that's where the balance comes in. Balance. All right. Okay, so we're going to go back to what prevent these problems. How do you prevent these problems? How do you prevent prostate trouble? I'm going to try and make this quick. Brothers, the way you are eating and the things you are eating and the things you're not supposed to be eating, that is the key to preventing prostate problem. That is the key. We go about our lives and we drink and eat and stuff ourselves, and we don't care less about what's going on with our health. But I believe the scripture says something about good health. Good health. We have to take care of the vessel that the Most High gave us. We have to take care of it, right? Watch what you're eating. So now, as I mentioned earlier, right? If you're a brother that gets up every day, right, and you just eat all these bread and sandwiches and cakes and cookies and fast food and pasta and y'all know what I'm talking about, man. All these processed food and not one plant food. Some people don't even know what plant food is. Plant foods are things that grows on a plant. Okay, your watermelon, your oranges, your anything that grows on a plant. Okay, these are the things that our men and women should be eating. All of us. Most of it should be your diet. These are things that prevent these type of problem. If you're getting up every day and you're stuffing yourself with all these processed food and meat, you don't have to have meat every day. That's another problem. I tell you what, if you start having prostate enlargement and prostate cancer problem, you got to get rid of that meat. Okay. So if you're having meat and a whole bunch of processed food and you're not flushing this organ out right here, if you're not getting rid of it, I know people in their 30s and 40s and 50s who have never done a cleanse in their entire life, not one cleanse to flush this out. So imagine if you have waste just sitting here, just sitting right here, you're going to have problems everywhere else. Okay. So, my message to you guys today, before I get into the treatment, I'm gonna show you guys quickly what you can use to prevent or treat an enlarged prostate. All right. But before I say that, let me just say this. My message to you guys today, okay? Learn what a cleanse is. Okay? If you don't understand what a cleanse is, I can explain to you what it is. Okay, a cleanse, a flush. This is something that you're going to take that's going to go into the organs, into these organs here. And it's going to flush out all of the buildup and waste that you have sitting in these organs. Because believe you me, let me tell you this. This is a personal situation I'm going to tell you about. I have a family member suffering from prostate enlargement right now, right? And he had a huge stomach. And he's a very slim person, huge stomach. And when I gave the brother, when I gave him the cleanse, and he did the cleanse, his stomach went down significantly. It was a shocker to him, not to me, but to him. His stomach went down significantly. The amount of waste that came out of him, the amount of waste that was just simply sitting in his stomach, okay, feeding that prostate and making it larger. Okay, so brothers, my message to you guys, start cleansing the system. Because if you chicken takes 7 hours to be digested in the system. Fish takes 12 hours. Beef takes 18 hours to be digested in the system. So when you eat some beef, okay, some steak, it's taking the body 18 long hours to break down that steak in your stomach. Okay, and I know within that 18 hours, you guys are still eating. Imagine that. All right. So now I'm going to show you guys a couple of herbs that you guys can use. If for those of you who are suffering already from an enlarged prostate, all right, I'm going to show you guys a couple of herbs that you can take to prevent the prostate from getting any worse, and some herbs that you can take to reduce the prostate back to its normal size. Okay, so that's the key here. And also to help you to urinate if you're having problem with urination. All right. Okay, so this is a herb. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is a herb here called saw palmetto. All right, this is not just a woman's herb. This is also a men's herb. Okay, and this is one of the herbs that is used to help you to urinate. All right, if you're having issues with an enlarged prostate and you can't go to the bathroom, this right here is one of the main herbs that's going to help you to urinate. All right. This here is dandelion root. Okay, another herb that is going to help you to urinate. All right, dandelion root. And these are just some of the herbs, guys. This right here. Now, I got these herbs from my husband because we ain't trying to have no prostate problem around here. Okay, so I got this bag. This is a herb called white sage. All right, white sage. And this is the main herb that is used to shrink the prostate back to its normal size. This is one of the main herbs that is used. Now, also, there is a formula. A formula. What is a formula? A formula is a combination of different herbs that is put together to fix a particular illness. Okay, and so there's a website that sells the formula with all of the herbs that takes care of the different areas of the prostate when you're having a prostate enlargement. There is a different formula for prostate cancer. I don't have it here with me, but I got this formula here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hopefully. Okay, so this is a prostate formula, and maybe we'll leave the link to where we got this underneath this live stream when we're done with it. This is a prostate formula, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has quite a few different herbs in there, and these herbs helps you to go to the bathroom to urinate, so you don't have to run to the emergency room and ask the doctor to help you. And it also shrink the prostate back to its normal size. Yes, there are herbs that actually reduce the prostate back to its normal size, because that's the key here. That's what we're trying to do, right? We don't want no enlarged prostate. So this will help you to begin to urinate again, and to also shrink the prostate back to its normal size. However, brothers, before you begin any of this stuff, you have to do a cleanse. You have to flush the system out, because you have a lot of waste backed up sitting in your stomach, and that's why you're having prostate problem. You have a lot of waste sitting in the stomach. Okay, so on our channel on YouTube, Sisters of the Maccabees, I have a video there that I demonstrate how to do a cleanse, a flush. Okay, the channel is called Sisters of the Maccabees. Sisters of the Maccabees. Okay, if you go to that channel, you'll see the video there. It's called a cleanse. It's a cleanse that Master Herbalist Patrick Delves implemented. And so we've been sharing it all over the place. I've done it a million times. He's done it a million times. We've all done it. It also, if you have any gallstones, all right, sitting in the stomach, that cleanse is going to get rid of that gallstone, because you're not supposed to be having any gallstone sitting in the stomach. Okay, that's going to be a problem for cancer later on. So that particular cleanse helped to break up the gallstones and flush them out the system, if you happen to have any gallstones sitting there in the gallbladder. So before you start doing any of this, you need to do that cleanse. Okay, and also you have to change your diet. For those of you who are suffering from an enlarged prostate, you cannot continue to eat the same crap you're eating. Whether you're from the Caribbean and you like to eat a lot of dumplings, okay, a lot of yams and hard food, get rid of it. Get rid of it, and eat a lot more plant foods that contains water. Okay, plant food that contains water. Anything that you can juice or, you know, throw in your blender and blend it up. You can't blend up dumplings. Well, you can, but not going to get any water out of it. You see what I'm saying? You need to be eating plant foods, food that grows on a plant that contains a lot of water. The cells and the organs thrive on water. Food like cucumbers, you know, green leafy vegetables. When you go to the supermarket, try to go into the fresh produce aisle and pick up things that you're not used to picking up. Okay, those things are very important. All right, so again, there's a formula here. It's called Prostate Formula, and the website is called Grassroot Botanicals. Grassroot Botanicals. That's where I get a lot of my herbs from. Also my herbs that I take for you know, the female reproductive system. This is a topic about the male reproductive system. I get my female reproductive herbs from these people. Okay, and so this here is a male reproductive formula. All right, fix the prostate. Again, the website is called Grassroot Botanicals, and every herb in this package here helps urination and helps to bring the prostate back to its normal size, because that's the key. That's the key. All right, honey, you have anything else to say? Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, brothers and sisters, if y'all have any questions about this topic, then you can go ahead and drop it in the comments section, and we'll try to answer the questions. Once again, family, make sure you like this video, share it. If you are on Facebook, look us up for our group, Healthy Hebrews. All right, that's our pet project that she and I have on Facebook. And like I said, we have people from all communities: Kemetic, Muslim, atheist, you know, Christian, Israelite. Like, everybody's in there, because all philosophies and doctrines go out the window when you get sick. Now you just want to get better, and whoever has the information is going to give it to you. You know, you're going to go to get it from. Okay, and like I said, you know, Master Herbalist Patrick Delves, man, he's been working really closely with her and she's, really becoming really good at this stuff, and she's helping a lot of people in that group. So if you have any questions, just drop a question on the comment board. We'll stay on for a couple more minutes and answer any questions that you guys might have on this or any other type of health related issue that you brothers, because brothers, our people are number one on so many different health issues. You're talking about diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer, prostate issues, fibroids for women, you name it, PCOS. Like, we're always at the top of all these diseases, and everything comes back to your gut.
Yep.
What you're eating.
Did I mention, guys, that every illness, about 80 to 90% of your illness begins in the digestive system, in your stomach, okay? Doctors are not telling you that. Now, there are some illness that comes from the environment, that is caused by the chemicals that we breathe in from the environment, right? But about 80% of our illness comes from the digestive system. Why? Well, you can't survive without food, right? You can go a couple of days without food, maybe a couple of, maybe a week or two, but eventually you need food in the system to survive, right? So what you put in the system is extremely important to the health of the entire system. That's why almost all disease begins in the digestive system, because when you eat the food, it goes straight to the digestive system. And if you're eating garbage, if you're putting garbage down there, you're going to get sick. You're going to get sick. And if you're not cleaning out the digestive organs, you're going to get sick. You have to flush it out. If you're always eating garbage and you're not flushing the garbage out, it's going to sit there and it's going to make you sick. Somebody asked a question. Augustus cane, do you put that in your food? Are you talking about the herbs? No, herbs are supposed to be taken in, I'll explain to you how herbs are taken. You can either take these herbs in tincture form. There are stuff called tinctures. It's where they extract the liquid from the herb, it's very strong, and you take those, or you can make them as a tea. Okay, you put them in your teapot and you make them. I have a few videos on my channel on YouTube, Sisters of the Maccabees, on how to prepare your herbs. Okay, you can go there, and where I explain and demonstrate how to prepare your herb. You don't put your herbs in your food. These are plant. Okay, these are dried plant, and you're supposed to make tea out of them, or you can buy the tinctures, which is very expensive, by the way. I don't mess with the tinctures because you'll go broke messing with tinctures. So no, these herbs are supposed to be taken in tea or tincture form. All right. Or some people like to take pills. I'm not a pill person. All right. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Okay. Like I said, go to the Sisters of the Maccabees channel, and I have about 2 videos there where I'm explaining to you how and demonstrating how to prepare your herbs. All right. Somebody's asking for link. Let's get it. 617.
I put it already.
Oh, okay. Someone asked me to spell something, but I'm not sure what. Brother Garfield Live asked me to spell something.
I don't know what
you might have to explain, brother, what you want me to spell. All right.
Leviathan Kane is asking, is a blood test enough to check for prostate issues?
No, there are some other tests that is done. A simple blood test is not really gonna help you. No, there are other tests there. I might do another video explaining what the tests are, but a simple blood test doesn't really tell you. But in the meantime, you might want to start taking care of your prostate, because see, if you are walking around with prostate problem right now, start taking steps to fix it, even if you don't know that you have prostate problem.
And if I can just say this real quick too, when you have any issue in the body, whatever health issue it is, today we're talking about prostate issues. When you have any issue in the body, it took you years for that issue to develop in your system. Years of bad eating and not taking care of yourself, which we're all guilty of. It took years for you to develop that issue. So I don't understand why brothers and sisters will take herbs for a couple of weeks or a couple of months and expect to be cured right away. No, herbs is going to take time. Herbs is slow acting. So that's why Brother Delves always says prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait to have a prostate issue to take flushes and to take different formulas and different things, especially as you get up in age. You don't have to wait. Just take it just in case. Prevention is better than cure. If you take a couple of herbs for prostate, you don't have it, that can only help you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the important thing. It can only help you. So this is why we do these things and we give this information, because this is just as important as anything else that we teach, any other topic we talk about, whether it be history, archaeology, anthropology, the Bible, you name it. That's all important, but practical day-to-day living and living nowadays we have this saying amongst ourselves, we say, living your best life. Mm-hmm. Well, living your best life, part of living your best life is living a healthy life, as healthy as you can be. And there are things that we can do to live our best life as far as our health is concerned. Nothing wrong with going to the doctor, but the doctor is not interested in fixing your issue. He's interested in putting a mask or a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. It's up to you to get this information. And it was freely given to us. The brother Patrick freely. Now, she and I knew she's from the Caribbean, born and raised in the Caribbean, so she already knew this stuff. And I knew it also, but he really came in and honed in on a lot of things that we didn't know and gave us this information freely. So that's why we freely give it to you guys. This is just as important as anything else we do. So like I said before, if you're not a member of our group on Facebook called Healthy Hebrews, you need to go over there, and because it's not just us. You have a Israelite brother. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's quiet as kept. Y'all know that there's a doctor in our Healthy Hebrews group, and he's an Israelite. He's a doctor, a real doctor. All right, so he's in there answering questions and helping people too. So you definitely want to get down with that movement, when you can.
The sad part is that sadly most of our people only care about their health when they're sitting in the emergency room and the doctors are telling them what's wrong and they start getting scared. Brothers, as my husband said, prevention.
Okay, now, a couple of questions before. Let's just get to the questions. All right, somebody asked, Brother Trevor P, you might have been late, so we'll answer the question again. You asked what herbs are good for prostate. So show those herbs again that you showed.
Okay. All right. So this is the same thing. So if you're having prostate enlargement, guys, and you're having issues going to the bathroom, these are just some herbs. There are more that I don't have in front of me here. All of them is included in this one package, but I'm just going to give you a few of them. This is dandelion root, okay? Dandelion root. There's another herb called, I don't have it in front of me. It's called Calanzonia. There's another name for it called stone root. I forgot to bring it down with me, but this is dandelion root, and it also helps you to go to the bathroom, helps you to urinate, okay? There's another herb that helps you to go to the bathroom. All right. I thought I had more. Okay. Saw palmetto. This is the name of this herb here. And these are just some little, this is actually the seed of the saw palmetto plant. All right. This is one of the best herbs to help a brother go to the bathroom, to urinate if he's having a problem urinating and having a prostate enlargement issues. Now this right here again is called white sage, and this particular herb here is one of the main herbs that is used to shrink the prostate. When the prostate is inflamed and it becomes enlarged, this herb right here helps you to reduce the prostate back to its normal size. Okay, so all these herbs combined together is very important. You can't just take one herb to get rid of a problem. Okay, so if you're trying to fix prostate problem, you can't just take some white sage. Okay, if you're having prostate problem, you can't just take some saw palmetto. That's not how it works. That's why it's called a formula. A formula is needed to take care of the different problems that's going on with the issue. Okay, so this is a formula that contains a lot of the herbs that I mentioned and some that I didn't mention. There's an herb called pariaco. There's an herb called there's a nettle. All right, nettle root, calanzonia, corn silk. So all those herbs are in here combined to help you to start urinating again, and also to shrink the prostate. Because if that prostate doesn't go down, it's only going to get worse, and you're going to come down with prostate cancer.
Okay, I'm gonna put the link inside the chat a couple of times, y'all. So y'all gonna see it shortly.
Oh, okay. Right? The name of the website is called Grassroot Botanicals. Grassroot Botanicals. Okay, they have the formula for prostate there. They also have a formula for the female reproductive system as well. It's called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, that a lot of our Black women suffer from. Okay, and they have uterine fibroids. All right, there's a formula there for the female, and also there's a formula there for I believe not diabetes. There's another formula there. They have a couple of formulas there. All right. If you're suffering, I believe from diabetes, yes, they have a diabetic formula and some other formula. So if you guys visit the website, you'll see this formula there. Okay.
Somebody asked about acne. So a little up.
Acne. You know, I never had acne growing up. You know why? I'm going to tell you guys why. I've been doing cleanse since I was 5 years old. That's as far as I can remember. 5 years old. My grandmother used to call us in the kitchen every I think we used to get it maybe twice or 3 times per year. Okay. And she would call us in the kitchen. We would get a cleanse, and we would have to fast for 1 day while we were doing that cleanse. Okay. That's very mandatory in our household growing up. Everybody gets a cleanse, a flush, where you are flushing out the system.
Right, the West Indian call it wash out.
Wash out. There you go. Yes. So when you have waste sitting in the stomach, again, you're going to start having problem with the skin. Okay. You're going to start having problem with the skin, especially if you're having, if your liver, if you got something going on with the liver, if the liver is not functioning properly because the function of the liver, one of the main function of your liver is to eliminate waste, the toxin that goes into the system, to eliminate, to process the toxins and eliminate the toxin. If the liver is not functioning properly and it's not able to get rid of those toxins, you're going to have problem with the skin. Okay. So people with eczema and other problems with the skin, pimples and stuff like that, it's because you have a lot of waste sitting in your stomach. You need to do a lot. I've never gotten acne, nobody in my family, because we all grew up taking cleanse. That's something that a lot of people are not doing. They're not flushing and cleansing. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. Start cleansing and flushing the system, guys. Go to, again, the channel, in case you guys are just joining us, we have a channel on YouTube called Sisters of the Maccabees. Maybe we need to put our flush video on this channel so people can see it. We have a video on Sisters of the Maccabees. It's a cleansing video. It is something you take. It's nothing you have to go buy or order online. These are things that you should have in your home already. Okay. And all you're going to do is just mix it up and drink it. And it helps you to flush the system and get rid of some gallstones if you have any, and get rid of all the buildups and toxin that you have sitting in your stomach. Okay. Sisters of the Maccabees, you'll see the cleanse there. It's a cleanse that I sit and I explain to you how to do it and how to take it. All right. Weight loss. Brother, how you say that?
You're on my Yahoo?
Yeah. Brother, weight loss, for a lot of people, it's difficult. It takes a lot of effort on your part. Okay. You're not going to lose weight just sitting around. I hate to say, there is no miracle for weight loss, but I can tell you this. 3 months ago, I did a 14-day parasitic cleanse. And I lost a significant amount of weight. Okay. Well, I mean, I was never big to begin with, but I lost about 15 pounds. That's significant for me. But cleansing the system, again, cleaning the system. If you have a lot of buildup sitting in your system, that's a lot of waste. That's a lot of weight that you have on your system. Also, get up and go walk. You know what I mean? I know a lot of us work and we're busy, but I don't know. Instead of driving to the supermarket, I mean to the store or whatever, you know, go for a walk, exercise, and stop eating. Very important. Stop eating junk. I know it's difficult. I mean, I know it's easy to say, but it's not hard to do. You just have to have the willpower. That's very important. The willpower. You don't have to eat junk food. You don't have. I don't eat bread. Okay, I haven't eaten bread in years. I don't eat bread. I don't mess around with potato salads and mac and cheese and all these stuff.
There's some online. I don't have access to it right now. Maybe one day that I'll do it on this channel. They have a chart, right, where it tells you, like, if you crave one thing, they'll tell you something healthy that can replace it. Like, for instance, if you eat a lot of rice, you can replace that with quinoa.
Quinoa, right.
Yeah, hopefully your brothers and sisters know what quinoa is. And I mean, when you eat quinoa, you know what I'm saying, instead of eating rice, you don't even miss the rice. You really don't. Not to say that you can't have no rice, but instead of having it 3, 4, 5 times a week, you cut down to once or twice, you replace it with some quinoa and other things. So there's replacements for everything that you eat. You really just have to do your research. And mainly, you have to know how to shop for food. You have to know how to shop for food. I think what it is it might sound simple, but one day we might have to do a video where we actually go to the supermarket and show our people how to shop and what to shop for.
Grocery,
because a lot of our people don't know. We've lost everything in this society. Everything, every aspect of knowledge that we have, not just our nationality, but our knowledge of our health, knowledge of how to eat, knowledge of financial knowledge, you name it. We've lost everything in the society. You know what I'm saying? So we as a body, meaning all of us, have something to give back. You see what I'm saying? So we have to collectively give it back. That's why it's not always good, you know, like I always say, it's not always good to get up on Facebook and be arguing sun up and sun down. It's not good. There's so many other issues affecting us that we have to talk about, this being one of them. A lot of our people are sick and they don't know what to do, and they don't have the money to go to the doctor. Now, you want to try to get to a doctor when you can. However, in the meantime, there's a lot of natural remedies and herbs and flushes and different things that you can take, and cleanses that you could take to kind of start the process of repairing your body until you can make it to a doctor. Now, the reason why I brought her on this channel, like I said, she has her own channel. Okay, I have almost 10,000 subscribers on this channel. A lot of y'all, she only has about 2,500 on hers. And a lot of y'all are asking about health. It's the same Maccabees, but it's Sisters of the Maccabees. Sisters of the Maccabees. So if you type that in, go and subscribe to the channel, because she has all this stuff over there and a ton more. She's doing nothing but, mainly 90% of the videos are dealing with health and wellness. Okay, and these are issues that our people are having, and don't wait until it gets out of control to try to fix it, family. That's the key.
Let me just say this, this might not seem significant, but it's very important. Our people have to learn the same way we were indoctrinated and trained to eat all this processed packaged food. Guys, you're gonna have to train yourself to start eating plant food. It's that simple. Okay, listen, I was born and raised in the Caribbean, right? And here I am in the United States, right? But I did not fall into the lifestyle and the trap of consuming all this processed packaged food. Everything, you know, people go to the supermarket and everything is in a can and a box. When I go to the supermarket, about 95% of what I take home comes from the fresh produce aisle. Yes. Where you see all the fruits and vegetables and green leafy stuff and herbs and stuff like that. That's where I go to get my grocery. And I usually go to a place where they have, where we have a lot of markets, farms. I'm sorry. We have a lot of farms here that, you know, there's apples and different fruits that they harvest. Okay, so we get our things sometimes fresh. And if we do go to the supermarket, like I mentioned, I usually try to go to one that have some food from the Caribbean as well, because I'm a Caribbean person and I like my Caribbean plant foods. I find a lot of plant foods from the Caribbean there. So when you go grocery shopping, get from inside of those aisles that have the cereal and the packaged stuff, the pastas and stuff like that. Train yourself to get back to nature. Train yourself to stop eating all these processed food. Go to the fresh produce aisle. Okay, summer is kind of over now, but I'm sure there are still some farmers market that you brothers and sisters can go to and get yourself some fresh plant foods. Get rid of all this processed food. That's what's killing you. You're asking about weight loss and acne and all this. All this processed food is what's causing that. Your weight gain, okay? Which leads to diabetes in a lot of people, all right? The acne, everything you're asking me about. And if you have a child at home that's suffering from eczema, milk and cheese and processed food, your cereal, that's what's causing their eczema. If you remove the milk and the cheese and the cereal from your child's diet, you will see a significant change in your child's eczema.
Can I say something too? And also get away from the processed vegetables. Now, y'all might wonder, what do you mean by processed vegetables? Do not buy your vegetables in a can. Yep. Do not buy your vegetables in a can. There's absolutely no nutritional value to some daggone peas or carrots that have been sitting in a can and some juice, whatever the heck that is, with all types of stuff in there. Get away from that. Now, somebody said something, M. Sordam, you said that you read that quinoa has its disadvantages too. I wouldn't doubt that. Nothing is perfect. That's why we're saying that everything has to be balanced, because there's really nothing that's really perfect out here for us. But there are things there are what we would call, for lack of a better term, healthier alternatives. So there are healthier alternatives to just eating rice and macaroni all the time. There are healthier alternatives, and there's also healthier alternatives to quinoa as well. You know, but it is something that's better than rice as far as my research is done. But I don't believe it's perfect. No, you're right.
Some people are looking for a healthy version of a burger. There is no healthy version of a burger. You don't have to eat a burger. You don't have to eat a burger. I don't eat burgers. I'm not looking for a healthier version of a burger. I simply don't have to eat a burger. It's that simple. There's a brother, Jay Trice.
Well, before you get to him, there's a question above his. Answer that first.
Thoughts on apple cider vinegar and Dr. Sebi. Apple cider vinegar is good. The thing, let me explain the whole thing about acidic, because Dr. Sebi have this big thing about acidity in the body, right? Well, let me say this to you guys, right? The body produces acid, and it also produces mucus, right? Those are two things that the body produces naturally. Okay, and they have their uses. The body produces acid because the body needs the acid to break down your food, okay, for digestion. All right, the body needs that. So the body produces acid. The body also produces mucus to prevent the acid from damaging the intestinal tract. Okay, so there's a balance. You know, the scripture talks about balance all the time. All right, balance, right? So what happened is the body produces these two things naturally, but with all of the processed food that we're eating and throwing down there, your bread, your cake, your buns, your this and that, right? These things are acidic food. And when you are throwing down all these acidic food in the system, what happens is the body begins to produce a lot of mucus to combat that acidity. That's why you see a lot of people have so much mucus in the system, because they're eating too much acidic food. And when they eat a lot of acidic food, the body reacts naturally and begins to produce an overabundance of mucus to try to protect the body against the acid. So you see what I'm saying? The mucus is there for protection. So when you are stuffing your body with a lot of acidic food, like your bread and your pizza, those things are very acidic food. And meat is very acidic too. Your steaks, yes, meats are very acidic. Balance, guys.
Can I say something too? One thing that Patrick says, because a lot of us, including myself, because I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the bastion of great health, because I'm not. One of the things that Patrick says is that if you are a meat eater, which I am, right? Here's one of the ways that you can kind of balance it out. The rice, the pasta, the macaroni and cheese, and the meat is all acidic. None of that is alkaline, right? And then you throw some daggone peas from a can or some string beans from a can, that's acidic too, right? So what Patrick says is that if you're going to have meat, then you shouldn't have the rice or the pasta with it. If you're going to have meat, have the meat with a salad. Balance your meal with something acidic like the meat, and then something alkaline like some green leafy vegetables, and you eat it that way. You see what I'm saying? That's better. It's a healthier alternative. It's not the healthiest, but it's a healthier alternative. There's ways, because everything is dealing with gradualism. Everybody's not going to just pick up one day and be like, you know what, I'm not eating meat no more. You got some people that just wake up one morning like, you know what, I don't feel for it no more. Same thing with somebody that smokes cigarettes. You got some people that can just quit cold turkey. You have other people that they go from having a pack a day to having half a pack a day to smoking maybe 3 or 4 a day, and they wean themselves off of it. Whatever you have to do, you do, but it's all about balance. Then there's the whole thing about the times of day you eat too, and what you're eating during certain times of day. Do you know that there's certain parts of your body that shut itself off at certain times of night or certain times of the day? This is a very, very, like I said, the organs, the digestive organs. Yeah, this is that's why you shouldn't eat when you go to while you're going to bed. Yeah, so this is a topic that we could be here for days upon days and weeks upon weeks talking about. We might do this again. Now let's just continue with a few more of the questions before we get out of here, because we got to get out of here in a minute. So we're gonna give kind of shorter answers. Let me just finish up that answer about the apple cider vinegar. So yes, apple cider vinegar is acidic, guys. Okay, but the difference between a liquid acid food and a solid acid food is the liquid passes through the digestive system quickly. Okay, because it's liquid, right? It doesn't sit in the digestive system. It goes through your body. Like when you drink water, you find that you're going to the bathroom to pee regularly, right? The problem with acidic food, hard food like your bread and pasta and stuff like that, it slows down the digestive system because they're hard food, and it sits in the gut and creates an acidic environment in the gut because it's not moving out of the system. So apple cider vinegar is good, all right? Yes, it's good. I take it sometimes, all right? But so that's an acidic food, as well as limes and stuff like that. But those type of acidic food is important for the body, all right? So yes. All right, next question. The guy asked about eradicating bad breath. So. Oh, right, okay. Well, diet is always important, okay? I don't know what you're eating. But cloves, all right? Now, I always say this. A person who ingests herbs on a regular basis, you will find that that person will not have problems with bad teeth, you know. You'll be surprised what herbs does to the body, not just the organs, but your nails, your hair, and your teeth, okay? These are all part of your system. So ingesting plant foods and herbs will get rid of problems with toothaches and tooth problems. And when you keep eating the stuff that your body don't want, you're going to start having problems everywhere else, including the nails and the hair and the teeth and everything else. So clove oil, there's something called clove oil. What you can do is get a little warm water and put a few drops of clove oil in there, and put it in your mouth and let it stay in there for as long, you know, and you do that a couple of times a day. All right. But you got to watch what you're eating. Try to try to eliminate a lot of that meat. Okay. I'm assuming, I don't know. If you do, get rid of that meat or cut down on it. And also, brother, you need a cleanse. You all do. You need a cleanse. If you've never done a cleanse in your life, you need to start doing it. Okay. Once every 3 months. Next question, and this probably is going to be the last one that we're going to do today. Somebody asked about arthritis. Arthritis is inflammation in the joints. What is inflammation? That's inflammation. What causes inflammation? Inflammation comes from the food that you're eating. Okay. Yeah. It all goes back to the food. I know, cliche, but that's just the bottom line, guys. Inflammation, arthritis is inflammation of the joints. All right. And now we have to figure out what causes inflammation in the joints. The food you're eating.
All right. You want to get rid of arthritis. You want to also get rid of erectile dysfunction. Okay. Erectile dysfunction is a symptom of a clogged arteries and when the blood is not flowing properly. So you're having arthritis because your joints are inflamed. Okay. Ginger, fresh ginger. Let me show you guys where the, hold on. Where was I? I have an image of fresh ginger because some people don't understand when I tell them to eat ginger.
So we're going to
show you guys just a quick share of what I'm talking about. Right here, okay? That right there is fresh ginger, not the ginger powder, okay? Brothers, you guys should be taking this every day, all right? This is one of the best thing for brothers who are suffering in the bedroom as well. We just talk about prostate problem. This is one of the best herb for erectile dysfunction, ginger, because it's one of the best things to promote circulation in the body. So this right here is good for arthritis as well. But you gotta also do a cleanse. Remove some of that garbage that's sitting in your stomach that is causing you to have an inflamed joints. Okay, your joints are inflamed, and stop eating food that is causing your joints to be inflamed. If you're eating bread, bread causes inflammation. Milk causes inflammation. Cheese causes inflammation. Macaroni and cheese, pasta, all those things cause inflammation and mucus in the body. And that's what causes arthritis, because as I mentioned, arthritis is inflammation of the joints. Okay. So, more plant foods, more cleanse, all right, and more herbs. Very important. Very important.
All right, family. So we're about to get out of here. You know, we got to take care of some business. Before we go, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out today and watching. Watching this. If you have any questions, first of all and foremost, I want you brothers and sisters to go to her page. She has a page here on YouTube. It was mainly created for the sisters, but brothers, you can go on there too, okay? The name of the page is called Sisters of the Maccabees. If y'all have any questions, okay, you can go to their website. You can go to their YouTube page and subscribe to the video, all right? Subscribe to the video, and you can subscribe to the video and watch her videos, because she goes into and remember, always remember, right, that when we're talking about a health issue for a man, right, when we're talking about a health issue for a man, always remember that if that man has a wife, she's affected by his health as well. Mm-hmm. That's extremely important to understand. And when we're talking about issues that affect women, if the woman has a husband, that issue affects him as well. Okay, so we're in this together. All right, so again, her page is Sisters of the Maccabees. Go watch the videos. There's all types of flush, cleanse videos, all types of stuff over there. Like I said, the Most High blessed her with the patience to sit down and actually study the herb thing, because when it was brought to me, I just didn't have time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful that she's done it. Everybody in our camp goes to her for this information. You know, people from all over the community come to her for this information because they know we're really close with our master herbalist, Patrick Delves. Also, once again, if if I said it 3 times, I'll say it one more time. Come to Facebook and join the group called Healthy Hebrews. There is a licensed medical doctor that's an Israelite that's in that group that answers questions as well, and a bunch of other people, a bunch of other herbalists and different people in there that people ask questions. You're gonna have 20, 30 people underneath your question, answering your question. All right, so we're in there
giving wrong answers.
Yeah, some of them is giving wrong answers.
Yeah.
All right, but nonetheless, everybody's in there trying to help, because it's all about trying to help each other, and it's all about wellness. All right.
All right. I have 2 things that I want to say before I go. One is that in a couple of days, we will begin a 14-day cleanse. Okay, a 14-day parasite cleanse. Why are we doing this cleanse? Well, because it helps a lot of people. If you have brothers who are suffering from athlete foot or dandruff, this cleanse is going to get rid of that. All right. If you have anybody who's suffering from diabetes and prostate problems, this is an overall cleanse that really helps with a lot of things. Okay, that's one thing we're going to begin in the group. If you're not a part of the group, you might want to join. Okay, I'm going to start the cleanse He's going to be doing the cleanse. We're both going to be doing the cleanse
So
together.
half of our camp is going to be doing it because brothers are
Yes.
texting me about the cleanse as we speak. They're watching and they're texting. A lot of us is doing that.
We will begin the cleanse. I believe, we should have started it a couple of days ago, but we had a lot going on. So join the group and we will begin to cleanse in a couple of days. Another thing before I go, this is very important, and I see a lot of brothers mention it there. If you are a drinker, if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, no matter how small you think, oh, it's not heavy enough, it's just a little whatever, okay? Alcohol is alcohol and it's filled with sugar. Sugar is one of the things that is used to make alcohol. You need that for fermentation, okay? If you get up several times a week and you're just constantly drinking alcohol, that is also going to cause a lot of problems for your prostate and also erectile dysfunction, okay? Cut down on the alcohol, guys. Balance is the key, okay? Just want to say that. It's very important. I know it's kind of hard for a lot of people, but it's very important. Cut down on the alcohol. It's not doing you any good in the long run. You will have long-term issues, a lot. And for those of you, with wives in the bedroom, okay?
Right. So, on another subject, family, we want to thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining the live stream today on Sunday. You guys asked great questions. We'll definitely be coming back with more of this topic. And again, subscribe to her channel, Sisters of the Maccabees, and she has a lot of videos. But now, I'm going to do something unexpected she didn't even know I was going to do. All right. A lot of y'all know that I've been pulled out of retirement from doing music. And I did a whole entire album that's coming out next week. And so for the brothers and sisters that are actually sat with us through this entire live stream, because she's in the video,
oh, Lord.
I'm going to do a world premiere right now of the video. The video is not coming out till next week. But if this is part of the video, this is half of the video. I'm going to show you the half of the video that she's in the video with me. All right, so y'all ready?
Wait, just one question. You can reach out to us in the group, Healthy Hebrew, JH125.
Healthy Hebrews.
Yes.
On
Healthy
Facebook.
Hebrews.
Healthy Hebrews.
Yes.
It's the quickest way to get a hold of us.
This is for JH125.
All right. So here we go, family. Here we go. This is a world premiere. I'm showing you half of the music video that's coming out next Sunday, the half that she's in with me. All right. Show her some love, family, because she's shy. All right. She's shy, so show her some love. All right. Let me just make sure that you guys can actually see the screen. And once I see that you guys can see the screen, then we're going to get it in. Augustus Kane, you're right. Israel will rise. Here we go, family. Y'all ready? This is a world premiere. This is coming out next week. I'm only showing it to y'all because y'all spent 2 hours with us. Let's go. A little something to uplift your spirit. Turn your radios all the way up. Roll your windows down.
Wear me down.
Yeah.
I'm moving on. You can dim my light. You can pray for my downfall every night. Yeah. See, this truth makes me high. I'm a rocket till I die. I take my wings and fly high. You can't wear me down. This lonely road is very long. I pray Yahweh keeps me strong. Cause with him there can be no wrong. You can't wear me down.
See, I can fall or drown in self-doubt, or stand on my feet and pull myself out. Yeah. If I was weak, I throw the towel in easily, or take a second look to see what life is teaching me, and embrace it boldly. No rush, I take it slowly. If I go off the path, then I pray you show me. I was blessed with talents, and I accept the challenge. Life's a tightrope walk, somehow I kept it balanced. And when they tried to wear me, I knew that y'all would spare me. I kept the law, I'm not sure that some of y'all can hear me, but I'm not surprised. Failure is not advised. Can't walk a mile in my shoes, my man, they're not your size. Take these words and share it, go let your mother hear it. If he's down with the soul, he can lift a brother's spirit. Until the
precious sisters, music was made to lift us, touch our spirit at times if it's based in scriptures. And never say that your hope is done. Your faith is built every obstacle you overcome. Count your blessings, cause life is a precious gift. Praise to Yahweh and the greatest king that ever lived. Yahweh Shai.
See, this truth makes me high. I'm a rocket till I die. I take my wings and fly high. You can't wear me down. This lonely road is very long. I pray Yahweh keeps me strong, cause with him there can be no wrong. You can't wear me down. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Wear me down.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. Once again, thank y'all for joining us today. I really appreciate y'all coming through, and we'll see you the next live stream. Shalom.